Okay, hi guys, just back with another quick video about build 42, specifically version 42.7, most recent unstable release as of this date, 16th of April. Quick talk about carpentry. With build 42, the way that you level carpentry has totally changed. You can no longer simply disassemble items in the world around you with a hammer or a screwdriver or a saw to gain experience. The experience that you can gain from VHSs has also been capped at level 3. It's now more important than ever to make sure that you catch the woodcraft shows shown on televisions in the game world. They show every day at midday up until the 7th day after you start, whatever date that might be. On day 8 you do get a final chance to gain some XP where Dean from Exposure Survival we'll talk about rain collection barrels, but by and large all of the experience you can gain comes from woodcraft at midday. You can change both of these settings back to how they were previous to this. All that you need to do is you need to go custom sandbox. In your sandbox options you are going to go down to character and you're going to look for your maximum dismantling XP level. So currently it's at 0, so dismantling does not give you experience. I would change that to maybe 5. I think we get stairs at level 6, so after about there, stairs are typically one of the big endgame items. This maximum media level is what caps out your XP gain for VHS and other media, so you could increase that more, but we're just going to leave that for now. A couple of different occupations that you can use to build your carpentry experience. You can go park ranger for 1 carpentry, construction worker for 1, you've got DIY expert for 1 carpentry, and you've also got engineer for 1 carpentry. All of these skills will give you 1 level in carpentry and a 75% XP boost on that. Obviously you can also choose the carpenter profession. This is going to give you 3 levels and 125 boost. You can also, on top of that, add in the trade handy. That's going to give you a further level in carpentry. After the 3rd level, it's no longer going to increase your XP gain. But if you, say, use it in conjunction with engineer, it changes that 75% gain to 100%. Increase it by 25, right? Fast learner is also a trait that you're going to want to grab. It's going to increase your XP gains by 30%. Now, when you're selecting these traits, if you select carpenter, and you stick with the basic settings for the game, you will no longer gain experience past this 3rd level. So if you go as carpenter, there's absolutely no point to you watching any of the woodcraft TV shows. If you choose DIY expert, obviously you've got 2 levels that you could gain from that, but yeah, you're not going to gain any 3 levels on that. It's only up to the 3rd level and not much further than that. Definitely seems that it's made the game much more focused towards making sure you catch those episodes. So basically the current meta in the game is that you're going to want to start with a new character and make sure that you go out, find a zombie, recover a wristwatch of some kind, something you can tell the time with, and make sure that you're there to watch the show every day at 12. There's no point trying to find skill book 1. There's almost no point trying to find skill book 2, but you can use it to gain level 4 in carpentry, so long as you haven't used the carpentry occupation plus the trait handy. Obviously you are going to want to try and find carpentry skill book level 3, 4 and 5 and use them as you level your character up. And what you can do after you've leveled yourself completely up to level 3 using VHSs is you can either go and do the organic and natural way, which is that you are building your base, building walls, building barricades, building furniture, etc, etc. But I suppose the meta and the most easiest way to grind out carpentry would be to simply saw logs from trees. They're going to give you 1.3 experience per log. The most ideal way, I would say, to level XP would be to barricade and unbarricade windows. Basically, barricading a window is going to cost you a plank and 2 nails and give you 3 XP, and you can unbarricade that for 2 XP. You return the plank to your inventory, but you do lose the 2 nails. So basically 2 nails per 5 experience points. If you are short on nails, you could saw logs into planks and use planks to create wooden fence posts. They don't cost any nails, they cost a single plank and generate 1.5 XP per post. Anyway, just thought I'd run over some of my thoughts about the changes for build 42. I can kind of see why they've done it. It does make it a little bit more tedious for early game carpentry grind, and just incentivizes the use of televisions VHS in the early levels a little bit more. Anyway, hope it wasn't too much of a waffle, and I'll leave you for the next time. Cheers.